What is up, people? This is Triple S Storm, and I'm back here, part two, finishing the Sega next gen console, next gen system, the Dreamcast 2, which is what I'd probably name it if I was involved in it, or if I was to give it a code name, I'd probably code name it. If I was to code name it, what would I code name it? I'd probably code name it. I don't know what Sega code name their stuff, but I'd probably code name it. I'd code name it the Evolution. That's what I'd code name it. I'd code name it the Evolution, saying that evolved, they've evolved, and they're come back now. So it would be the Evolution, or I'd probably name it the Sega Phoenix, seeing as how it's a company that they basically died and revived. So I'd name it the Sega Phoenix as a code name, and then when I release it, I'd release it as a Dreamcast 2. Now, unlike the Wii U, where most people thought that the Wii U was basically an upgrade for the Wii, when they hear the word Dreamcast 2, they're not going to think it's an upgrade for the Sega Dreamcast. The Sega Dreamcast has been a dead console for a very long time. Outdated graphics, outdated controllers. It's old, and you can't upgrade something that old. So they're gonna know that it's a next system the same way how if they made a PlayStation 5, they would know that it's the next system. If they made a PlayStation 7, they'd know if it's next system. If they made a PlayStation 1000, they'd know that it's the next system. The Xbox One was called Xbox One after they made the Xbox and then the Xbox 360, which then they made the Xbox One, which someone would wonder, oh, wouldn't the Xbox One be the first Xbox, then the Xbox, then the Xbox 360, or the Xbox, then the Xbox One, then the Xbox 360, or Project Scorpio, or the Xbox S thing. So yeah, they know, Dreamcast 2 would be a whole new console. No arguments there. So as regular specs, as I said, the specs for this thing wouldn't be super hyped because you don't want to make it so hyped that it takes a lot of money to produce, because you're trying to get a console that will sell here. You want it to have good graphics to compete with the big boys, yes, but you don't want to spend too much money and invest it in making the console super powerful and then making it um unable to be afforded by regular people, because let's say the average school kid knows that there's a Dreamcast 2. He's never played the first Dreamcast. He's heard about the first Dreamcast, probably played Virtual Console, and he wants to play this. He decides he's gonna buy this on his allowance or on whatever he makes working off school, and or even saving his lunch money to get this. Now, you don't want to drop a ridiculous price on this. You want to make this something affordable. So you use regular 6-speed Blu-ray drive, so you can get Blu-ray disc to get high quality games, and you'd have the space you need to make a big enough game, right? You'd have an 8-core processor for speed, processing ability. You would have a high powered GPU. You don't need to get the highest of quality, but you want something that can make the game run while you're playing the game, and you can do other functions, like let's say if there's a Sega Messenger, you can collect messages from your friends while you're playing a game, and you can multitask, have more than one things open. Maybe you can be playing the browser, or you could be downloading an update for a game while you're playing another game until your update is finished, because why would you want to keep the console on for like 6-7 hours getting an update and not being able to do anything else? That's ridiculous. I've never really seen the sense behind that, right? So you have DDR5 RAM, Um, I'd say about 8 gigabytes would do, and you'd have a high powered GPU, as I've said, to make sure that you have great graphics. You would have hard drive space, both an external connective one, which you can retail yourself, or you can just let them use regular standard hard drives, and you'd have a 500 gigabyte model of this game, and you'd have a 1 terabyte model of this game. And if for saving cost, you can even have a cheaper one, maybe a 350 gigabyte model or a 150 gigabyte model. It's not a lot of space, but somebody can buy the console much cheaper, and then if they want, then they can go get another hard drive. Which, as I said, if they're planning to sell their own hard drive, make their own type hard drive, may not be the entire hard drive, may just be an adapter, then they can profit from that as well. And they'd have their online purchasing store where they can get games, apps, and other little things that you can use, souvenir and stuff. So that's one way they can do it. The other thing is um, the cost. Now, getting right back here, if you're gonna give this thing a cost, you're gonna make sure that it's real cheap and it's easily affordable by everyone. So I'd say a price tag of about $299 would be fine. That's $299 US, right? Um, which would probably work out to around 35,000 Jamaican dollars, or I'm not sure how the euro calculation is. I'd probably get that and think about it. But the reason why that price is a $300 console is a reasonable amount of money to spend for a next gen console, whereas PlayStation would be 400, Xbox One would be 500. You'd make a cheaper console so you can sell more units. Selling more units, you can probably bundle it, make more money, and regular stuff. Nintendo does that a lot. That's how they ensure what they're doing, right? So you get that, you work that into it, and right there and then you got a cheap console with great specs and a decent hardware setup, and you start creating some buzz, and you got yourself a very very decent next gen console coming out right now. People start getting interested, and this is where you now have to turn the heat up because people want this. People want to buy this, but how do you secure it? Because unlike what most with Sony and Microsoft, they always have great titles that people are always looking for. Sony has God of War. People are always looking for the next God of War game. That's the security. Um, with Microsoft, people are always looking for the next Halo game. That's the security. With both console, people are looking for the next Call of Duty game. That's the security, right? And then there's the sports fans who are always trying to get the EA games, soccer, football, um, basketball, all of that stuff, right? So what's the next step? Is the lineup. You have to have a great lineup of games that you're gonna put out. You absolutely have to know exactly what you're doing. You need to have a lineup of the games that you're gonna put out. These games have to be games that are gonna get consumers saying that, hey, this console might be new and it's from a company that died, but we see them doing something here. They're coming back, and they're coming back with fire. So what do you get to line up the Sega Dreamcast 2? Well, here's what I'd say. Sega Dreamcast 2 lineup. This is in no particular order. This is just basically what they could use to get people interested. They could get a Sonic game. Who wouldn't want to play a Sonic game? It's their franchise. They can get another Sonic game in. People play Sonic game on the consoles like PlayStation. I'm not sure if there's a Sonic on the Xbox. I'm not sure. There's the Nintendo, Sonic. Then you'd have Mario and Sonic at the Olympic Games, whether for the Rio Olympics or the other Olympics that are coming up. You know, you get one of those games. People play those games, right? Now you get a classic virtual console. People can replay the older games and get nostalgia from that, and they can say, "Hey, I remember when this was cool and we used to play this." And for people who never played the previous version of the console, they have those that they can play. Nintendo's done this, it's worked for them. Sega could do it, it could work for them too, right? Because there are games like Fishman and stuff like that other people didn't play, right? Then you come out with a new Soul Calibur game. People love Soul Calibur. I love Soul Calibur. I wasn't good at it, but I still loved it. There was Bushido Blade. You could come with a new Bushido Blade. Dead or Alive. You could come with a new Dead or Alive game. Marvel vs. Capcom. New Marvel vs. Capcom game, or even Marvel vs. Capcom 3. New version with probably an exclusive character or a few exclusive characters to that console. A Resident Evil. MSR, Metropolis Street Racing. That was their driving game. I'm not sure if they had quite a few like X Rally and all that stuff, but you know that was one of the games that stand out both graphics wise and the way it played. I really enjoyed it. Most people would enjoy it. You step that up a bit, you make a great game from it. People can really enjoy that. You can make that like their version of Need for Speed, and you can really capitalize on that, right? Then you make a Metal Gear Solid game. Now this is for the gamers who love the strategy games and the overall Metal Gear series. You can get those kind of gamers involved in this console. These are people that you want to get involved in this console because they get one, they're gonna want another one, they're gonna want something similar, and they're gonna keep on pressing until they get what they want. So you need these kind of gamers. You need them, right? Bayonetta 2. You can get Bayonetta 2, if not Bayonetta 3. A Bayonetta 3, which would probably be either an exclusive or they'd have one for the Nintendo NX, which we'd probably get because of their relationship between Nintendo and Platinum Games. Xenoblade. You have a Xenoblade for it. You're definitely secured. People love Xenoblade. I love Xenoblade. Xenoblade is awesome. You can get those open world hardcore gamers involved in this, playing this Xenoblade and really enjoying it. Shenmue. You get a Shenmue game, the long awaited Shenmue game. People have been waiting for this for their whole lives. Can get involved with this. People who've never played it, you can drop that on it. You can add Solo Reaver, which people have been waiting for themselves. Another great title. You have Ikaruga, great flying game, great shooting game, really hard, really awesome. You get that on there, you're secured. You got those people. Street Fighter game to add into the mix would really kick things off. Mega Man game, even though Mega Man is dead, you reboot that, you get a Mega Man game out there. You're gonna get fans coming in because Mega Man is dead to all other consoles. You get a Mega Man game up there, you got your fans. A Chow World spin-off. Chow World was awesome when they came in it in the Sonic Adventures. I really loved it. You can get that in, and you can really secure some fans right there. And with a lineup like that, you can get a few people in which you know would really enjoy these games, and you have games that people are looking forward to. So they'll get the console, they'll keep the console for a while just to get these games, right? Now, if you guys are excited about this, you'd want to see this, please leave a like, a thumbs up, leave some comments, let me know what you guys think. Follow me on my email, follow me on Twitter here. This is Triple S Star. I'm telling you guys, live the dream, love the Dreamcast. I'm out.